Alrighty then.
Ready?
Yeah.
Gary, that was really a definition of a dour 0-0, really, wasn't it?
That was, yeah. You know, when you come off and say about the Banbury game being a good advert for football, that probably weren't a great advert for football. You know, I felt Dunstable, you know, they played a lot in the away team, really. You know, they played one up top, they sat a lot of men behind the ball and tried to hit us on the counter attack, and you know, they were snuffing out a lot of the stuff we was trying to do, and that got a bit scrappy. There was a lot of free kicks and fouls and stop starts and throwing. That was just you know, not very pleasing on the eye all round. You know, the bits of quality we did show, the few minutes here and there, you know, weren't bad, and perhaps could have nicked it at the end, and the bit of quality they showed, the little bits weren't bad, and perhaps they felt they should have scored early on. But you know, a draw was probably a fair result, and you could probably be out there now and probably till next week and probably still wouldn't be a goal. So that was one of them. You know, that's 5 clean sheets in 7, which we're happy about. So that's a positive, and a point on the road against the top 6 side is probably a positive, although we feel disappointed, you know, that our run's come to an end with not a great performance.
Was the early, obviously losing Lee Smith early on, you felt that disrupted your momentum slightly, or?
Yeah, well, that's a very valid point, because since Lee's come in, we've won 6 on the spin since he started, and once he went off, that was like the pre-Lee performances, if you like, you know, where we was beat up a little bit in midfield, and we didn't control the midfield like I'd like us to, and you know, I've put Emo on there late on, and you know, he did plug the gap a little bit. So, you know, if Lee ain't fit, he's probably earned the right to start in there on Tuesday night at Weymouth, and you know, fair play to him, because he's waited his turn, and now he'll probably get an opportunity.
You say the game's coming thick and fast. Really a point, I suppose, at the start of them isn't a too bad a start. You moved to Weymouth Tuesday night, and what are we looking at there?
A tough night. Not just with the travelling, but you know, they've not picked up the results they should have done. Weymouth, you know, all the managers speak to each other. Weymouth are unlucky, they battered us, but we beat them. You know, this is going to be a mammoth fast, but that will be a great dress rehearsal for next Saturday against Gateshead, because Weymouth will probably dominate possession like they do probably at home. You know, they just beat Poole this week at home as well after drawing away, so that tells you they're a good side, but we've got to go there and roll our sleeves. There's no point travelling 500-mile round trip and going there and feeling sorry for yourselves because you had to travel on a Tuesday night. We've got to go there and give an account of ourselves, and if we can keep the unbeaten run going now, you know, through Tuesday and Saturday, and then we would obviously be very, very happy.
Finally, I know you've got an announcement, a big announcement you'd like to make, just in regard of staff and your staff, really, for the rest of the season.
Yeah, obviously, since Mills left to go on to better things for himself, you know, Steve, you know, was looking for number two, and Lee Stevenson's come in and he's helped me. He's been great. You know, on over 7 games and 6 weeks, him and Sam Gorgon to help me immensely, and I weren't sure whether that would work with 2 players, but the lads respect them fully. They got the full respect of the lads, and you know, they're gonna join me on the staff. Lee as assistant manager and coach, and Sam Gorgon as coach as well. And you know, Lee and Sam have got good affinity with Kings Lynn, so that'll give them the other side. Obviously, Lee's not coming towards the end of his career, but he's in the twilight of his career, if you like, and Sam's a great coach, works with Peterborough United and the sessions they've put on, and Lee's obviously learning the role, and you know, if I can help Lee stay in football after football, then you know, that's great. But that ain't a friend thing, that's a sympathy vote. He's come in, he's impressed me for the 6 weeks to 7 games. His enthusiasm's good, the respect of the players good, and him and Sam will be great additions to me. You know, I know they're going to be playing a lot of the time, but even when I had Neil and Millsy with me, I didn't, you know, I've got my own mind on the sideline. You know, I make the decisions that I want to make, not, you know, I sometimes bounce ideas off people, but 99 times out of 100 I go with my own decisions. Probably shouldn't say that, really, because next time I make a sub, I can't blame anyone else but me. But you know, that's one of them. I think they'll be great additions, and as long as the fans don't keep singing Sevo's name, he'll be here for a while. No, I'm joking.
Setch, as always, thanks for your time. Thank you.